on a story we first brought to you at 3 o'clock. A former Georgia man indicted for scamming millions from religious groups.
And some of that money came from right here in Northeast Ohio. 19 data journalist Dan DeRose is here now. And Dan, we now know who these groups were allegedly scammed.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock, we told you in the indictment it's Charity Group 1 and Charity Group 2. They weren't named. I did press the Department of Justice just a little bit further. They were able to tell me that this was Amish and Mennonite who were scammed out of this in Ohio, some as close as Holmes County, that's just southwest of Canton, and then also in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, even Ontario, Canada. Let's take a look. This is Jason Schenk. He is originally from Georgia. We'll get into more why he's no longer from Georgia in just a minute. Between 2010 and 2019, he went to those two missionary groups and solicited more than $32 million. Group 1 was scammed out of $22 million. Group 2 scammed out of $10 million. Here's how it worked, and it was not all that complicated. Schenk claimed, according to the indictment, that his organization was called Morning Star Ministries, or MSM. He was getting money from those groups to take literature and Bibles to China. Of course, China ruled by communism, so that's why these missionary groups were giving up money so willingly. $32 million in Bibles. You have to start to question, well, here's what the authorities, the Department of Justice, claim Schenk was really spending the money on. There's a number of different areas, but we can look here. $7 million went to running the Schenk's family farm in Georgia. Another $1 million used on sports gambling websites. How do you think the church groups feel about that, the Amish and the Mennonite? And then this was an interesting one. $4 million spent on at least 16 different life insurance policies for different individuals. Now, remember, we said that Schenk was originally from Georgia. In 2016, he knew the feds were closing in, so he denounced his U.S. citizenship, got out of the country. Where is he now? They don't know. Could be in Asia, where a lot of this money was being transferred to. Singapore. Could be Chile, where more money was transferred to. And now the DOJ wants to hear from anybody, even here in Northeast Ohio, that may have given money to Schenk. Go to cleveland19.com. We've posted the story. His picture's front and center. You can't miss it. Dan DeRose, 19 News.